Why is the Canadian government hesitant to act against Khalistani terrorist or militants or separatists, whatever you want to call them? There are different terms used in Canada, different terms used in India too. So why has Canada always been hesitant? I mean, they are victims of it too. The Kanishka bombing happened. Hundreds of their citizens have died as a result of that bombing and other incidents. So why are they hesitant to share information? Why are they hesitant to crack down on Khalistanis?
So, to my mind, I can only guess because I'm not sitting there in their cabinet. So, I can only guess that they must be getting some benefit out of it. The regime of the day would be getting some benefit of support, benefit of money, benefit of protection, benefit of getting elected. So, there must be some benefit. So, what we have termed it as, it is for the domestic vote bank.
But domestic vote bank, you say that they're just 3%, Sikhs are just 3% of the population. Out of that, there's a small percentile which would be Khalistanis or sympathetic to the Khalistan cause. Not all Sikhs are. So is that worth Canada's while? And look at the other side, the trade relations they have with India, the number of Indian students who go there, the people-to-people contact, so much of benefit. Would they put that in jeopardy for that minuscule vote bank?
So, what happens in the Indo-Canadian community there? Indo-Canadian community, for the viewers and listeners, is those people who are Canadian citizens of Indian origin. 98% of them go about doing what they do, living peacefully, taking care of the family, contributing to the Canadian economy, etc. But others are very vocal. And as we have said that those babies who cry louder will get fed. So they get fed. And somehow they have been able to build a narrative that these 10,000 of the Khalistani terrorists and extremists represent the Sikh community, which is absolutely incorrect and falsehood. Then the Indian community, which is Indian diaspora, is also seen as being led by these Khalistanis. And these narratives, which had been built over a period of time, tells the regime of the day that they are important. Secondly, what they have been able to achieve is to put their own people in the parliament, in positions of authority in various departments, including at the lower levels and the upper levels. So they have been able to influence not only the political dimension, but also the executives in Canada.
Oh, okay.
So the institutions in Canada, most of the institutions, they also have got recruitments done from, they're Canadians, so they have right to get recruited. So I'm not saying that they cannot. But amongst them, there are many who side with the Khalistani terrorists and extremists, and therefore propagate the narrative in the organizations they are.
So they are a powerful community, the Khalistanis, right? Tell me about this whole migration thing, that how they bring in people, and can we not stem it out here? Because one hears that all they need is a certificate from saying that they have been ill-treated by the police, which is available for a couple of lakhs in India, in Punjab. वो certificate दिखा के you can get asylum in Canada. So, or you go as a student and then you show that. So, we can stop that in India, right? Or is it just...
बहुत मुश्किल है जी. देखिए, ऐसा है कि जब यहाँ से गए तो मासूम बच्चे थे.
हाँ.
वो गए वहाँ पढ़ने के लिए, बेचारों को नौकरी नहीं मिली, उनको खाने की परेशानी हुई. उस समय ये जो खालिस्तानी टेररिस्ट और एक्सट्रीमिस्ट हैं, उस समय उनको अपने चंगुल में ले लेते हैं और फिर वहाँ से उन्हें ग्रूम करते हैं. अब जब उनका वीज़ा ख़त्म होने आता है, तब तो उनको रहने के लिए कोई ना कोई तो अथॉरिटी चाहिए.
हाँ.
तो सबसे आसान उनको लगता है कि इसको एसाइलम सीख करा दो.
हाँ.
तो एसाइलम के लिए जो
Criteria है।
धांधलियाँ जो होती हैं
हाँ।
कि इंडियन हाई कमीशन के सामने भारतीय तिरंगे को फाड़ दो, उसे पैर के नीचे रौंद दो और कहो कि अब तो मैं भारत जाऊंगा तो मेरी तो ऐसी की तैसी हो जाएगी। तो ये सब कर करा के उनके चैनल्स बने हुए हैं जिसके थ्रू वो सबमिट कर देते हैं एसाइलम के पेपर्स। अब तो ये वहाँ का तंत्र जो है उसको समझना चाहिए कि इसमें किस तरह से नकली दस्तावेज आ रहे हैं। उन्हें चाहिए कि, मेरी सलाह ये रहेगी, कोई उन पर प्रेशर तो हम कर नहीं सकते, वो सॉवरेन कंट्री हैं, कि उन्हें हमें चेक करने भेज दें कि देखिए ये आपके यहाँ से आया है, क्या आप चेक करा सकते हैं जिसने भी साइन किया है इसको
कि यहाँ पर वो विक्टिमाइज है कि नहीं।
केवल वही नहीं, जिसने भी ये सर्टिफिकेट क्रिएट किया है,
हाँ।
ये उसने क्रिएट किया है कि ये फॉल्सली बनाया गया है। ये देखिए यहाँ पे इस तरह से कि अगर उस तरह का एक पेपर बगैर सिग्नेचर के मिल जाए, हम नाम बदल देंगे, नीचे साइन करवा देंगे। वहां किसको पता है कि किसका सिग्नेचर है? वो लेटर हेड से मतलब लेटर हेड है वहां पे, तो कम से कम वो करवा लें।
हाँ।
और दो अच्छे मित्र तो यही करेंगे ना।
राइट।
लेकिन आपको अगर मुझ पर शक है तो आप कभी नहीं करेंगे। तो ये जो शक वहां पर है ना, शक का एलिमेंट, वो क्रिएट किया गया, वो डायरेक्टिव बिल्ड किया गया,
और वो कई वर्षों से चल रहा है। इट्स नॉट अ न्यू फिनोमिनन।
एब्सोल्युटली नॉट। यू आर लुकिंग एट लीस्ट 40 years.
Yes, but tell me one thing. You're talking about 40 years, so let me take you back 40 years. It was the entire leadership of the Sikh, of the Khalistani separatist movement used to sit in America. There was Olak and who is that other chap? Dillon, Ganga Singh Dillon. They all used to sit in America. And when did it shift to Canada? When did that happen?
So it's a porous border. So some of them have dual citizenship.
Huh.
But many newcomers found it easier to go to Canada and getting the Canadian citizenship. So the recent flow of these Khalistani extremists and terrorists had been to Canada. Now, many of them escape the system and go to Canada, but there are many others who go from here as innocent persons. They are changed by these grooming gangs into criminals.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.